fingers and hands and face, and is dirty, and his hair is hanging down, and he reeks of smoke and reeks of alcohol, and he stands on the side of the road, and he has a cardboard box that says, just passing through. Shazam! It's a crocodile, but then it morphs, and it changes, and it becomes a girl that is full of tattoos and piercings and gauges. And you know she's living the wrong life, and she's doing things that she shouldn't do, and she don't care. Shazam! It's an old angry fart of a guy who is ornery than snot, and he's down your street, and he talks about everybody and knows everything, meaner than the Dickens. What do you do? I'll never forget, as a professor sits in a college university, and it's a special weekend about Christian education, that a girl gets up front to talk about it. And her hair's dyed, and she has earrings, and this is college environment. And she says, I just love Christian education. And she's wearing a skirt that's a little bit too tall, or too high, should I say. And he's sitting there, and he says, I cannot believe that this girl right here is representing Christian education. Unbelievable. Says that in his mind. He goes on. Later that summer, as he is up in the, I believe it's the Wenatchee area. I want to say it was that area. They are outside, and his daughter, college-age daughter, and friends were out playing along the river, and they decided they would go out and swim. Well, sadly, his daughter was taken down the river, and she was screaming, she needed help, that kind of stuff, and she didn't make it. And, of course, sadness, devastation, all these things. And when the funeral came, and they did all that, and people got to say their piece and talk, come to find out that that same girl that looked so crazy in his mind also died that day, because she was the only one that went out to see her. And he thought, how dare I judge anyone based upon how they look and the things they do? God is for everyone. God loves everyone. And His grace, His mercy is for everyone. And so I'm saying this to you, like, yeah, we know this. But I know what I do, and I know what we do that keeps us from reaching out to people that aren't like us. Because normally, you look after a while, church, everybody starts looking like each other. Right? Looks like each other. And then we have our little group and our thing, and we're all like each other. Whereas people are perishing and doing their things, and we'll watch a Walmart people video and laugh and go, but to realize some of us would not even go and talk to them because of the way they look. I stood in Walmart on a Friday afternoon, and I was in the express checkout. And as I sat in the express checkout, I was there for 25 minutes. And there was only one person ahead of me. And I was getting mad. But I was like, I'm not leaving on principle. I didn't realize I was leaving the hotel. I was like, I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to persevere through this thing. And I just couldn't believe the ignorance. And I couldn't believe everything that was going on. I was getting mad. I started to judge. And this story came in my head. And God said, how dare you? How dare you look at anyone that I died for like that? And I said, ouch. And everything changed for me right then. And I began to pray. And I began to pray with him. And I said, I'm so sorry.